Welcome back! Are you struggling to beat the devil on expert mode? Well, today you're going to get a step-by-step breakdown of all the devil's attacks, how to dodge them, and you'll soon be on your way to beating the game on expert mode. When it comes to weapons and charms, my personal favorite are the high damage Spread and Roundabout. For charms, I stick to the Smoke Bomb because you definitely are going to need that invisibility dash in many critical moments during this fight. So the devil has 4 unique phases. In phase 1, there are 3 attacks that he does with his pitchfork that are summons, as well as having 3 transformation attacks. Let's first talk about those 3 summons. All 3 are fairly similar in that they do summon projectile attacks. The first one is by far the easiest in my opinion, and it is actually 4 crystal balls that he summons, one of which that is always able to be parried. I recommend staying towards the middle of the screen for this one, just dodge as these bounce around off the walls. The second summons is 6 fireballs that start off in the hexagon shape. These will come at you one at a time. One of them is always going to be able to be parried, just like the crystal balls were. I personally recommend staying off to the side of the screen and kind of let these start coming at me, and I can dodge a few and then do a dash back towards the center of the screen, and you should have no problem dodging the last 1 or 2 of these. Now, the final summons he can do is my least favorite of the 3. There are 5 fireballs this time that start in a circle pattern, with the center one being pink that you can parry. This whole circle is going to keep rotating as it moves back and forth towards you. It took me a long time to figure out the timing on this one and how not to keep getting hit. It was very frustrating, as you can see. For me, it seemed to be easiest to start on the left, and I was able to move to the right side of the screen with the spinning rotation without getting hit. And then to move back towards the middle after that, it was purely just about timing a perfect dash. Now that we've covered all 3 of his summons, let's talk about his 3 animal transformations. The first one, obviously, is my favorite. It is the goat. The devil turns into a goat, and he takes his hands, comes from both sides of the screen, and will come straight at you at the middle, trying to essentially slap you. You are able to stand perfectly in the center, and with an exact timed jump, be able to jump just in time for the hands to go underneath you and open back up for you to land. This timing needs to be very precise though. I, however, recommend doing something a little bit different, and let's utilize that invisibility dash we have. As you can see, I like to move a little bit to the left, and after I do that, I jump back towards the center with my invisibility dash, which that gives me extra time to make sure I don't get hit, and by then the hands are for sure clear. Now, the second transformation is a spider. This one isn't too bad. I recommend focusing purely on dodging here and not attacking as much. The devil will turn into a spider, and he's going to drop from the top and try to slam down on top of you. There's always at least 3 times that he will slam down. On a couple rare occasions, he might do 4 or 5. But basically, when you see him coming, do a dash, get out of the way, keep attacking those minions, and you'll have no problem getting through this. The final transformation for the devil is the serpent. Now, when he turns into the serpent, he is going to come from either the left or the right-hand side of the screen, and he's going to go across the screen, and essentially he's trying to push you into the side to make his minions able to attack you better. He's basically cornering you. If you pay attention to the background, look at those purple minions, see which side they're coming from, and kind of keep your eye open for them, you should be able to take care of them before they get to you, and then you can quickly get to the far sides and get out of the way, and you should be able to survive this without getting hit still. So those are the 6 attacks for Phase 1. Now, the transition into Phase 2, you will notice at one point the devil's going to rip open his skin, and he's going to pull his skeleton out. When this happens, you need to get to the side of the screen and get out of the way. That skeleton can land on you, and it will cause damage. However, you need to be quick and follow the skeleton through the hole that he opens up, because the sides of the screen are going to turn to flames and start moving in and essentially force you down into that hole. So now that we're here fighting the giant devil for Phase 2, I always start right away with my super, get in those extra attacks, get the extra damage, and make this phase go faster. For this phase, there are exactly 2 attacks the devil is going to be doing directly on you. The first, if you see his eyes come together into one, he is summoning a fiery axe that is going to spiral outwards towards you. I usually dodge this by starting on the far outside platform, see the axe go past the first platform on the inside, and then I move right back into the inside. It can be a little unpredictable, but just remember it is a spiral pattern. Once you get used to it, not a problem to dodge. Now, the second attack for phase 2 is one of these bats that are bombs, and these guys are nasty. You will see these starting in his eyes, and then they're going to generate out one of his ears. As soon as they show up on the screen, you need to rush to them and neutralize them. Basically, that just means do a parry. If you do not, these will explode, and when they explode, it is going to fill over half the screen, and it does damage. You do not want to be anywhere near it. Now, as you go on, keep dodging both of these attacks, eventually the devil's going to get very frustrated. You will see him start looking around left, right, all over the place, and that means you are now in phase 3. In phase 3, there are again 2 attacks that you need to dodge. The first of which are these giant purple demons that will fly in from either the left or the right side. If you let them be, they're going to start shooting these skulls at you that go all the way across the screen, and they will hurt. So I recommend getting to these demons as fast as possible and taking them out. Spread works super well on this, or sometimes also the roundabout to get all the way across the screen because of the range. The second attack of this phase to worry about is going to be the generation of multiple minions up at the top of the screen. These are super easy to take care of, so I recommend doing that right away. They are just going to become an annoyance if you don't. Now, eventually, you're going to see the devil go into a raging fit. He's going to start crying tears of blood, and you're going to be down to a single platform. This is the 4th and final phase. What you're supposed to do here is be able to jump out, maybe parry the tears, avoid the falling poker chips, and dash back to the center platform. This timing on Expert is very difficult because everything happens so fast. Luckily, this phase is not very long. I made sure I had 2 HP coming into the final phase. And when I did that, I just stood in the middle and I let that first poker chip hit me. And then it was, who cares? I kept attacking, and boom. Got the knockout, and that is all it took. And that is all it takes to beat Cuphead the Devil on Expert mode and beat the game. Get that Beat the Devil at his own game achievement if this is your final boss on Expert. And now, take all the advice I just took, and here watch my final playthrough on where I finally did beat this and got my Expert win. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you next time.